here is the next deal. Mike's got a multifamily and a single family. I want the multifamily because we've already done a single family today. All right, whew, going fast, I love it. I have considered purchasing a multi-unit in the past, that's good. I have not because it does not seem to make sense. Okay, but does it make dollars? Let's find out. I'm hoping Jay can review each attached property and show which one would be the best deal and how he determines this. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. I would also look to raise the capital to purchase, and they both would be buy and hold. Most importantly, I will be ready to answer any questions. Excellent, Mike. Glad to hear it. I am fired up for this then. This is going to be good for everybody. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got two different properties with two different rental structures. Or no, is this one property?
One property split, so you can see both.
It's
This is the second part at the bottom.
It's one property.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
One property, the other one's the other property.
Oh, okay. So he's comparing the multifamily versus the single family.
Yes, he wants both of them. He wants to, yeah, he has two deals.
Okay, okay. There's no way the single family is ever going to be something better in my opinion, but I'm open to looking, and especially, yeah, this is more than 5 units. Okay, so, all right. So then basically what you're saying is, why does multifamily make sense? And how is that the case? Okay, so we've got gross rental revenue of $67,300 on a year. We've got I'm just going to use, first of all, for all deals, list price is nothing but a suggestion, okay? Whatever they're asking is just a request. I reserve the right to refuse their request at every time and start at a completely different number. But for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna start with the number that's there. So it says list price, 144. Okay, and we've got 67,000 of gross rental income. Okay, I can stop right there. If we're gonna make the case of single family versus multifamily, let's look at this right here. So we've got 35,000 versus, where's the income at? I don't see it. I need to know what this house rents for on a monthly basis or annual basis. Monthly or annual gross rent basis. That's what I wanna do. I wanna do a quick, I'll give you a quick reason. I think I'll be able to give you a quick reason. So Mike, when you're looking at this, if you could tell me what this house rents for on a monthly basis or an annual basis, gross rent, that would be very, very helpful. So I'm gonna go over here again to the board and do some more calculating so that you can see what I'm talking about. So first we're gonna just draw a line straight down the middle here. We're going to use the multifamily versus the single family, and we're gonna go this way. And first comparison is going to be on what is called gross rent multiplier. Gross rent multiplier. So when you're buying and you're looking for a deal, gross rent multiplier becomes a way to determine if you're buying at a cheap value. The lower the number, the better the deal in general. The lower the number, the better the deal, okay? When you're buying, all right? When you're buying, you want this number to be as low as you possibly can. And what gross rent multiplier simply means is you're going to take the gross rent, or in this case, gross income, multiply it by some number, and that equals the purchase price. So I'm going to do a little bit of algebra. Remember how math, I said it before, I say it again, math equals money, okay? So I'm going to take the gross income, I'm going to say gross scheduled income on an annual basis, AGSI, multiplied by some number. Remember, it was called X at school, right? You're like, no, not this again. Yep. Is equal to the purchase price, and then we're just going to solve for X, which simply means that X is equal to the purchase price divided by the annual gross scheduled income, okay? So in the case of the apartment building, we said the purchase price was $144,000. We have $144,000, and the gross scheduled income was $67,300, okay? And that's going to give us a ratio, and we're going to use that ratio. So I'm going to go here, do the math so you can see it, okay? So we've got 144, whoops, got to clear everything first. 144,000 divided by 67,300 equals 2.14. That's a pretty low number. That's a pretty low number. So basically what that ratio means is that if all we were looking at was gross income, it would take 2.14 years for us to get 100% of our money back. So let me subtract that. 2 out, so 2, and there's 12 months in the year. So it would take 2 years, 1 month, and a few days. 2 years, 1 month, and a few days for us to get 100% of our money back. So let's look, so let's put this 2 years. And to be fair, let's just round it up and say it takes 2 years, 2 months. Now, Mike, did he put in the monthly?
1,300.
1,300 a month? Okay. So if we're going to do the same math again, 1,300 a month times 12 is going to give us 15,600. So what was the purchase price of the single family house?
35,000.
35,000. Okay. So in this case, 35,000. And then what was it? 1,300. No, 15,600 is what I was looking for, the annual gross scheduled income. This could be close. It's going to equal the same number X. We're going to do the math. So it's 35 divided by 15.6, whoops, equals, oh, and it's not. It's 2.24, so it's still going to be 2 years, times 12 equals 2 years and 3 months. Is that right? Yeah. 2 years, 3 months. Now, there are two anomalies that are happening right here. You have a really good rent to price ratio, which is why this single family house comes out so well versus this multifamily building. And you probably, and I don't know, but you probably have low rents on the multifamily scenario as well. So there are many things to also analyze in this process. So from a gross rent multiplier, it's almost a break even in this particular case. But here's the thing to consider. Which of these two has a single point of failure? I say it's the single family house. Has a single point of failure. If the tenant goes and is done, all of this goes away. Here, on the multifamily building, I think we had, what did we have? How many units is that? 7? It looks like 7. So if you've got 7, it looks like, I can't quite, no, it's 8. So you've got 8 units. So you don't have a single point of failure. So from an operational standpoint, the multifamily house is a safer bet because you have 8 points of failure as opposed to 1. So those are the types of things that you're going to continually consider when you're looking at it. Now, raising capital for both, so now let's take that. Let's just take, this is the only comparison. So say your investor is going, well, I've always done single family houses. Why should I give you money for a multifamily house? Well, sir, your money is safer because there are 8 points of failure versus 1. In and of itself, that alone makes it worth raising private capital. Because I have a system, i.e. a multifamily building, that has the ability to protect your capital better simply because there's 8 points of failure as opposed to 1. Anyone who runs systems and understands systems, you want multiple points of failure as opposed to just one single point of failure. So that, and I can keep going, we can keep doing this even though the numbers are close, it's still not close enough because at the end of the day, as soon as I have a repair, repairs are also inequitable for single family houses. If I have a repair, I've got to repair the whole roof, or whatever that roof repair costs, only one source of income is being applied to that repair and it takes longer to recover from that. So this is assuming everything goes well. The point is, there are many advantages to multifamily.